All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I know this is a very sad thing and a very upsetting thing for Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. They were talking about, obviously, at the Oscars, how Jada Pinkett was being made fun of for her alopecia, and, Will Smith defended her, or whatever, and would slap Chris Rock, right? And then there was an apology, and Chris Rock took a good stance on it, you know, and then, of course, Will Smith's apology, and Will Smith winning his award and talking about how being successful, sometimes you get a lot of criticism. I really think that all that really helps people, and not to say that it wasn't, it was a real situation, what people actually deal with when actual bullying happens, right? So it was a real situation, um, but I really think that bullying in general, either cyberbullying or bullying in person, has gone too far. I really think that people have gone too far in the world with bullying. I think it's come to a point now where it's gone too far. And I think with Will Smith, and then they had a photo with the family taken, and the daughter had no hair, and I'm sure she doesn't have alopecia, but she might, but I don't think so. I really think, and they would look strong, they look powerful, they're a power couple, they look great. Anyway, I really think that whole situation, I know it was a big whole, it was a big deal. Will Smith could have gotten charged, Chris Rock didn't charge him. But that whole big deal really taught us something about social media and bullying. I think, people that deal with bullying or people that deal with cyberbullying, you know, may feel like what's going on, what's going to happen. It only happens to people that aren't famous. I don't have enough subscribers. But then you see something like that at the Oscars with Will Smith and Chris Rock, right? So, I think it really taught us all a lesson on how bullying really hurts. And I think people really need to know that because, I mean, for me, I don't get hurt by it. I make a lot more videos because I talk about it. And I really feel that my haters like me, so I don't worry about it. I don't think it's a big deal. Haters need love too, right? So I don't think people that are hating on you necessarily deserve negative things. I think they deserve good things. Maybe they're in a tough situation. You don't even know. Maybe some people just like to hate. But, at the end of the day, this whole thing about Will Smith and Chris Rock really taught us that, um, first of all, that beauty is something that is still capable of even with an illness. Jada Pinkett is very beautiful, but the point is, I think it taught us that we can see celebrities be vulnerable. We can see celebrities deal with this, and really remember that we're not alone in our journeys. And if you do feel you're up and coming like I do, and you still deal with hate and negativity, you really see that that is something that happens to everything, even famous people. Now, I've told you this many times before that even Rihanna and Tom Brady and everybody in Hollywood gets made fun of negative comments or whatever. And you would think, and they handle it so well, right? They get a lot of positive comments too, don't get me wrong, and they are getting paid a lot of money, so they know their worth. But it really does hurt. Some people really have things that they've never even let go of as a child. Like Jessica Biel, some commentator on Twitter or some commenter on Twitter was saying that she has horse teeth, right? And I mean, her teeth are large. She has, big teeth. And she's a very beautiful girl. She's in Hollywood. She's got a lot of money. She's married to Justin Timberlake, very happy. But that's something that could hurt. Maybe in elementary school she was made fun of for having horse teeth or whatever. You don't know, right? And maybe she's depressed about it, very depressed, right? Now, she's a beautiful girl. I'm sure she's fine. And she does a lot. But you never know, right? Some of these things are really hard on people. I mean, for me, most of the negative comments do not really have anything to do with looks. Because people know I'm drop dead gorgeous in every single way. As a guy, girl, whatever I do, I'm pretty good looking. But most people don't really say negative things based on my looks. They don't really know what to say negative about that. And most people don't say anything negative. I'm very lucky. I have very nice people, so people don't tend to say anything really mean or anything to me. But But I really feel that it's something that you have to really, deal with. In general, if you are a YouTuber or a TikToker. Now, Will Smith touched upon it too. He was saying that being in this business, which I mean, we all, if you have a YouTube channel or TikTok channel, you technically are in this business. I mean, if you're not famous, it's kind of irrelevant. But you're going to get made fun of, you're going to deal with criticism in this type of business, right? If you're showing off or you're doing anything with talent or you're doing anything where you present a look to people or present a sexuality or orientation or trans or being bi or being even hetero and doing something totally outlandish or eccentric, then you're going to get comments, right? It just goes without saying. And I mean, you minimize that by being friendly, you try to avoid it. You don't like drama, so you just don't really get caused any more than you can, than you get naturally. But Will Smith was saying it happens to the best of us, right? And I really think Will Smith is a wise man, very smart. He won an Oscar. Like, we have to not forget that he's a black man that won an Oscar, his first Oscar. Incredible. He's been an incredible actor in movies for a long time. He's very, very good. It kind of downplays his Oscar, the situation, but we all know his phenomenal acting skills are like top notch. He's a really good actor. Anyway, I'd like to hear more about what happened at the Oscars, because I really don't know anything other than the Will Smith fiasco. Anyway, totally enjoy it. Bye now. Thank you, darling.